There's been a lot of talk about black holes lately since Kathrine Bouman figured out how to take a picture of one. After seeing the image, I realized I didn't actually know that much about them. So instead of working today, I went down my own black hole of watching a bunch of science videos, don't tell my boss, and I got this thought. What would happen if a black hole came into our solar system? So I did what most people do when some random question pops up in their brain. I took to the internet to find the answer. And oh boy, did I learn some things. Our solar system is made up of 8 planets, hundreds of natural satellites like moons, thousands of asteroids, and billions of comets. This beautiful space cocktail is constantly moving around our sun. But it could all be torn apart if just one stray black hole decided to drop by. A black hole isn't likely going to disturb the peace of our planet anytime soon. And even though the closest black hole to our solar system is 10 to 13 times the mass of our sun, it's located 3,000 light years away. So we'd know way in advance if it ever decided to start moving closer. But let's pretend that some other black holes decided to take a shortcut through our solar system. First, I have a confession to make. Before I did all this research, I thought black holes were like just giant space holes. Turns out that they're actually huge amounts of matter crammed into a teeny tiny space. It'd be like squeezing the entire mass of our sun into Manhattan. As a result, they have an extremely strong gravitational pull. In fact, it's so powerful that even light can't escape once a hole gets its hands on it. I also thought that all black holes were basically the same. A big fat star collapses, then boom, black hole. Those ones are called stellar mass black holes, but there are also mega monsters called supermassive black holes. Those ones can be found churning slowly at the centers of galaxies. They gather tremendous amounts of gas and stardust around them, making them expand to sizes our simple human minds would find unfathomable. Now, the chances of us getting close to a supermassive black hole are infinitesimal. But if our galaxy, the Milky Way, decided to rearrange itself, putting us a few dozen light years away from the center where a supermassive black hole lives, instead of 26,000 light years away, we'd be doomed. You see, all those planets, stars, comets, and space debris circling around the monster would come flying into our solar system, crashing into everything, and making a big mess. And whatever's left of our little family of planets would get swept up into the current of the gravitational pull and circle around the black hole until the end of time. But what about a stellar mass black hole? They may be way smaller than those monstrous supermassive black holes, but there's a lot more of them in the universe. They appear when stars run out of their star fuel and basically fall into themselves. This only happens if a star is big enough, like 3 to 10 times bigger than our sun. It'll keep compressing and compressing until, voila! A baby stellar mass black hole is born. Aww. It may be baby in size, but these puppies are still 20 times heavier than the sun. So let's say, unknown to us, a stellar mass black hole is nearing the outskirts of our solar system right now. First to feel its effects would be the Oort cloud, named after Dutch astronomer Jan Oort. This bubble of icy space debris that surrounds the outermost rim of our solar system 100,000 times further out than we are from the sun will be popped by the gravitational pull of the black hole. As a result, ice-cold comets from this area get sent toward Earth and other planets of our solar system. And we keep living our lives like nothing is wrong. Here's the thing I find most terrifying. We wouldn't notice the black hole until it's too late. The only detail that could give away the approaching black hole is a slight blurring of distant stars due to the hole's gravitational lensing effect. The gravitational field of a black hole is so powerful, it actually bends light rays trying to pass it. We may miss that cue, but we'll definitely notice when the black hole starts pulling layers from the gas planets such as Neptune, Jupiter, or Saturn. It'll create such a huge, super hot cloud of dust and gas around itself that people of Earth couldn't help but notice. It seems unfair that something that small, the tiniest black holes can be only 15 miles in diameter, can consume things thousands of times bigger. But before it eats any of our solar system, it'll tear it all apart first. You see, our planets are held in orbit by our sun's gravity. As the gravitational pull of the black hole approaches each planet, it'll play tug-of-war with our sun, ripping them all to pieces. As soon as the black hole reaches the asteroid belt between Jupiter and Mars, we'll start to feel its pull. Supervolcanoes will go off, devastating earthquakes will shake the ground, and everything will crumble into dust and debris, Thanos style. Also, contrary to what I used to believe, black holes don't suck stuff in either. Suction can only be caused when something is getting pulled into the vacuum of space, and a black hole is the opposite of space. So don't worry, if we ever got close enough to one, we'd never get sucked in, we'd simply just fall in. Well, that's comforting to know. But it's not a drop kind of fall. Black holes like to make a show out of it. Before disappearing into the abyss, anything that falls into the gravitational pull of a black hole will go through a process called spaghettification. I know, I giggled when I heard the word for the first time too, but it's no laughing matter. Basically, if anything gets too close to a black hole, before it falls in, it gets stretched way out like a spaghetti noodle due to the hole's incredible gravity. So yeah, there's some food for thought. Yum yum. But don't worry about all this spaghetti talk. According to scientific estimations, the odds of a black hole coming across our solar system, much less munching on our planet, are lower than the chance of winning the lottery 10 times in a row. In numbers, that's 1 in a trillion. Whew, that's a relief. I have to say, black holes are really cool. The more I learn about them, the more curious I get. Like, what would happen if two supermassive black holes collided? Would they create a mega super duper massive black hole? Like two monster hurricanes colliding and merging together to create the most epic hurricane. But in space? It turns out that almost all galaxies in the universe have their own supermassive black holes in the center of them. In some of these galaxies, the black holes can be billions of times more massive than our sun. Now, imagine what would happen when two galaxies became one. Their black holes would have to somehow agree to cohabitate and interact like civilized, well, holes, I guess? But scientists believe that in the event two supermassive black holes come in contact, either by spiraling inward and eventually touching, or by direct collision, it wouldn't be a peaceful merge. Instead, because the forces are so great, one of the black holes would get kicked away at an incredible speed. The most powerful kick can happen if the two black holes have been rotating in opposite directions. It would be like two disks spinning incredibly fast coming together. The weaker of the two black holes will get hurled out of the newly formed galaxy to never be heard from again. And the winning black hole will get rewarded with a huge amount of energy, making the clouds of dust and gas surrounding it blaze for thousands of years. Now that's what I call Star Wars. Sorry. What's your biggest what-if question that distracts you from work or keeps you up at night? Let me know in the comments. If you learned something new today, then give this video a like and share it with a friend. But hey, don't go anywhere just yet. We have over 2,000 cool videos for you to check out. All you have to do is pick the left or right video, click on it, and enjoy. Stay on the bright side of life.